Well, welcome to day one of our podcast on the journey through 1 John. And today we're talking about walking in the light. And that phrase can sound very churchy, almost poetic, but John means something deeply practical. See, walking in the light isn't about having your life perfectly together. It's not about being sinless, polished, and impressive. It's about honesty. Honesty with God and honesty with yourself, and also honesty with others. And for many of us, it's harder than trying to be good. Before we go any further, let's take a breath. This episode isn't about exposing you, it's about freeing you. So we can read slowly and clearly. This is the message that we have heard from him and proclaimed to you, that God is light, and in him there is no darkness at all. If we say we have fellowship with him while we walk in darkness, we lie and do not practice the truth. But if we walk in the light, and he is in the light, we have fellowship with one another, and the blood of Jesus, his Son, cleanses us from all sin. 1 John 1, 5-7. See, John starts by saying that God is light, not that God has light, and not that God uses light. It's God is light. Light reveals things. It doesn't create dirt. It shows what's already there. And that's important because many people avoid God not because they're sinful, but because they're afraid of being seen. But notice what John doesn't say. He doesn't say, if we walk in the light, we never sin. Or if we walk in the light, we stop struggling. He says, if we walk in the light, we have fellowship and we are cleansed. See, walking in the light is not pretending you're clean. It's bringing what's dirty into the open so that it can be cleaned. See, darkness in this passage isn't failure. Darkness is hiding. It's saying I'm fine when you're not. In the spiritual language, without spiritual honesty, it's an image over truth. And John is gently but firmly saying you can't have intimacy with God while hiding parts of yourself from him. So again, let's slow down. Most of us don't hide everything, just specific things. You might hold doubt you feel ashamed of, or anger that you're labelled as just stress. A habit that you keep promising you'll deal with later. Pain that you've buried under busyness. A version of yourself you're afraid God won't like. And here's the irony. We hide from the very one who already sees us. Walking in the light doesn't start with fixing anything. It starts with naming what's real. And that's why the invitation today is simple but uncomfortable. Where am I hiding? Not what should I be doing better? Not how do I look to others? But where am I avoiding honesty? And here's your first practice. Sometime today, preferably soon, set aside 5 quiet moments. No phone, no music, no multitasking. Simply pray, God, where am I hiding? Then stop talking. Let whatever comes up, come up. A thought, a memory, a feeling, a resistance. Don't correct it. Don't explain it away. Light isn't harsh. It's gentle and clear. Next, journal one of the areas where you've been avoiding honesty. And it might be something that you've minimized, something that you've spiritualized, or something that you've told yourself isn't a big deal. Write it plainly. No sermons, no excuses. This journey isn't for perfection, it's for truth. And today, those transparencies over image. That doesn't mean oversharing with everyone. It just means refusing to perform. You might admit you're not okay. Say, I don't know, instead of pretending you do, or acknowledging a struggle instead of masking it. Walking in the light is choosing truth, even when image feels safer. Here's your challenge for today. Have one honest conversation. No pretending, no spiritual spin, no polishing in the story. That conversation might be with God, a trusted friend, a spouse or a mentor, or even yourself out loud. You don't have to fix anything in that conversation, just tell the truth. Because the light isn't where shame grows, the light is where healing begins. And as we begin this week, remember this: God isn't asking you to be impressive, He's inviting you to be honest. You don't walk in the light once, you walk there daily. And tomorrow we'll talk about confession and freedom, and why grace is far bigger than we think. But for now, walk gently, walk honestly, and don't be afraid of the light.